Hello and welcome everyone to today's Jworld Hangout. I'm your host, Digital Media Specialist for Jness Global. My name is Kasaya J. And joining me this morning we have industry expert Adam Vincent Gilmer coming to us live from Maui. Good morning.
Aloha. Hi everybody. Good morning.
How are you this morning?
I'm doing really good. Nice and early over here, 7 a.m. But you know, life's a vacation, so you just gotta keep moving forward. I love it out here. It's great.
I love it. Well, I know we were just chatting before we went live, and I was telling you how I'm loving seeing all the pictures of you and your family coming through my news feed on Facebook. It looks like you're having an incredibly beautiful time, and what an amazing lifestyle Jness allows you and your family to live. I think it's really inspiring to others.
Well, that's the cool thing. Like you know, at the Grand Wailea Resort, which is where the Emerald event is every January. But you know, you don't just have to go there because you're an Emerald. You know, you can go there whenever you want, and that's what this business allows you to do. So it's really cool stuff, and thanks to Jness and everybody do all this great stuff. So, but you know, obviously people are wondering how they get to build their businesses with social media, and you know, this is one of the examples of how you do it.
Awesome. Well, and that covers a little bit about what we decided to share with our viewers today, which is, hey, we have all of these tools. What do we do? How do we build our businesses using the entire Jworld suite of tools? I know I get messages on Facebook all the time, so do you. People are always asking us, should I have a fan page? Should I not? Which website do I send my prospects to? How do I sample? What's the difference between using my mobile app and then using Jbuilder? And so today I just had a couple questions for you that I think will really clarify some things for our viewers. The first thing that I wanted to actually ask you was a question that I had come in about where do I send my people? So I think you could answer this because we have our Jness Global, so whatever our username is, .jnessglobal.com, but we also have new landing pages that come with our Jbuilder tools. So from your experience in sending your traffic or promoting posts on Facebook, how do you get people at the right place at the right time?
Well, it all depends on the messaging that I'm trying to send to that individual, but just to give everybody an idea, so I use all the tools that are available to me, like a doctor would if you went in for you know, some type of procedure, right? You want to have all the tools available so that you can have people see the right thing. So sometimes I use Jbuilder, sometimes I use the video, sometimes I use Generation Young landing pages, sometimes I use just my Jness Global products page, because that product page has, you know, a video, it has the fact sheet, and it has all the information about Dr. Nathan Newman and the serum, or whether it's the Affinity product. So it all just depends on what is going to be capturing that person's interest. But what I find out that works the best is if you want to make sure the person's opening up the information, Jbuilder is programmed that way so that when a person lands on that page and they give me their information, I can follow up with them. The Generation Young pages are really amazing for those folks who, I don't know if they know what they look like, but I'll be right back as I pull that up here, Kasaya. Just put that up, and then I'll be right back.
No, that'd be great. If you could pull it up on your screen so that everyone can see the difference in what we're referring to. I know the .Generation Young would be what I would refer to as a replicated landing page, because you have the option to drop people on the opportunity video. You have the option to drop people on, oh, there you are, I see you. Let me double click you so you come up.
All right, cool.
Okay, go ahead. Why don't you just show everybody, since you have your screen pulled up.
All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to go over here to my sites, right? My customized sites, and what you're going to see is all the different sites that you get. So what I have, mine is with the Monopoly video, and I tend to lead with that. So I'm going to preview that for everybody. Tell me if that's pulling up, Kasaya. I just want to make sure I'm on the Wi-Fi here at the resort. Is that pulling up good?
Not yet. I see that page, but it hasn't loaded the next one yet.
All right, cool. How about now?
Nope, we're still lagging just a little bit.
All right, so okay, so give me a second, and let me just go over here to make sure I'm showing the right page with everybody. And give me a second, I'll pull up the right screen share page with everybody here, so I can show. Here it is, right here. This should share right now. Okay, how's that? That pop up?
There we go.
All right, cool. So what we're seeing on this page, ladies and gentlemen, is the ability for not only me, but for all of you to drive people over here. And when people are driven to this particular page, there's lots of things that they can do, right? The first thing is of course, you're able to share this particular video. and paid. So you're able to actually do that, which is really, really great. The other cool thing about Pages is that I can do a nice email to somebody. I can actually email this to a friend right now. Okay, so if I wanted to, is that showing up for you, Kasaya?
Yeah, I can see it perfectly. You're good.
Okay, so I can put a person's information, my friend's name, and send a message. And people are always like, okay, well, where does this exist for me? So maybe I went through that a little fast because I've gone through the entire Jbuilder system. But the cool thing is, if I wanted to send this to like social at JanessaGlobal.com, right? And I go, Messiah, hey, take.
It's actually asking on the top there. It will say from your email and then my email, so it won't send. So just double click that one. There you go.
All right. Sorry, I should have put my email in here. Sorry.
Yep.
Give me a sec. Sorry,
I
folks.
just cut that below.
I'm working fast. Here, let me change this up. So
while you're changing that up, though, I think that's a great thing to point out is why Jbuilder is so valuable to your business is because when you send these, they have little opt-in pages. So if you send it, that lead automatically goes into your prospecting site, which tracks that user's interest level. So I think that's so powerful so people can see, like, okay, did they open the video or not? Have they visited your website again? What's their interest level? And then they get points for the amount of action that they actually take. Also, inside of Jbuilder, if they opt in or you enter them in your prospecting area under the contacts, it will put them on an automated drip email campaign, which allows you to follow up, like allows the system to automatically market to them to keep pushing out information.
Cool. So as you can see, I can copy the link. I can also post this. I can also share this on Facebook or Twitter, this particular page. Actually, I'll just go ahead and share this on Facebook. Is that share information showing up?
No.
No? Okay. So we'll look at this real quick. I'm just going to post this on my page here. Here is the example. Okay, and I hit share link, and then we'll actually go to my Facebook page, and you'll actually see it. Okay, so the point is that all this is available to somebody to actually go out and use within the Jbuilder system. The other cool thing is that if you want to find out about the company, the end user that I sent this to wants to find out the company or particular products. Okay, once again, you'll see this in here. A company can find, the person can put their information in down on this side here, and that actually shows up as a lead inside my back office. They want to know more about the products. This should be showing up on your screen. So.
It is. It's showing up perfectly. Can you go back to the lead section and just explain to people that opt-in form? Because I want them to understand that when they send their Generation Young link to a new prospect that's never been there before, the service actually uses like cookies to make sure that if they haven't been there before, they see this opt-in page. And this is an option that you have. Not everybody chooses to turn this on, but if you want to have the lead capture on there, Adam, I think you could just talk a little bit about that from an internet marketing standpoint, why that would be important.
Well, what's great is that most landing pages require somebody to put in some information if they've watched a particular video. So let's just pretend that I'm prospecting myself here, okay, and this is what you shared with me, or the audience is prospecting me now. Hit the play button. That's going to play my my video, and then I like what I've seen. Right after I see that, I say, okay, well, here, let me go put in my information, and I can put my information in here. And as I put my information in, I'm just going to put autofill. And what's going to happen is I'm putting my phone number. This is actually going to show up inside my lead section, which is really good, meaning that I'm interested, find out more. It's really important to have a lead capture page at the end of every single video or something like that, because more than 80+% of people who watch videos either take some kind of an action, okay, either want more information, buy a product, or do something. So it's really important that we have this inside the Jbuilder system, and it's all there for you. So when I hit the submit button, this actual name will become a lead inside my Jbuilder system that shows people and lets me know as the orchestrator of all this, hey, I've got to follow up with this particular person. The other cool thing about these pages, it's broken down to company, products, and opportunity. So you click on the product link if you're the end user, and the products are going to pop up. And then, of course, there's the opportunity side. Now, I like to lead with the opportunity a lot. It was funny, we were out on the submarine the other day with AJ and Jessica, and long story short, I actually met another distributor from a competing company. And I'm going to meet with her on Monday night to talk more about Jeunesse. But the whole point is that, you know, I got her information, her cell phone number, what have you, and I use my Jmobile mostly to send out just the hot little videos. But all of this is geared towards the same thing, Kasaya, and that is you have to have these tools available to you so you can use them in order to drive people to take action. And the action you're looking for people to do is either sign up in your business or become a product user, right? So these are the things that are very, very important to help you build your business and help you understand what Jeunesse has put in place so that you can succeed with the tools that we have, utilizing the entire Jworld suite of tools.
Absolutely. Thank you for that fantastic explanation, because I think you just made it really simple for everyone. I think what's so important and what I really wanted to drive home was what exactly is the difference between your Generation Young sites and your standard Jeunesse Global pages. Can you pull up your landing page for Jeunesse Global and then let people see what that page looks like? Also the differences too, because we've got Jbuilder, and now we have Jsocial, which is features our John and Jody videos. And so just to let people know, those two were like premium content that were built specifically for Jsocial users. So you would have to be a Jsocial subscriber to have access to that. And what that does is it changes the way that your Jeunesse Global landing page will actually look. So Adam's going to pull that up and show you, but just so you guys know, our Jsocial application is in beta right now. There's about 20 beta testers that are using it, the video player, to sample, to sign up preferred customers. We're making some changes to the website, so it looks like everything is going well. It's testing out smoothly, and I can't wait to launch this. I think it's going to be absolutely an incredible new tool for everyone to use. So Adam, back to you. I see you have it pulled up.
Okay, yeah. So, you know, when everybody gets their J Office, right, everybody's going to have an automatic website that comes along with that. And that website's great for, you know, enrolling people, getting people a lot of information. And that's what this website is. This is like your corporate site, a version of your corporate site. And as you can see, I've obviously turned on my Jsocial, so I have my free samples available to me. I have the opportunity, the products, right? This is my point. These are some of the hot links that I've created inside my cell phone in order I can send to people very, very quickly. You know, I use all the tools available to me in order to make that work. So I'm going to go and just focus on the serum for 1 second. And as I click on the serum, you'll see there's this page loads up, and there's a lot of information underneath just the serum. But I'm also direct. I could probably go to any one of these links as well up at the top. But the point is that there's a nice video by Dr. Nathan Newman, and there's the PDF that explains everything about the product sheet on the serum itself. So, you know, there's a huge difference there between somebody saying, okay, tell me more about the business or tell me more about the products versus what I just showed you over at Generation Young. And those differences are very, very important. I don't want people escaping after they've, you know, had a chance to see the opportunity or certain products. So what I do is I keep them very, very focused. And as I say, I created hot links. I've actually taken this link, which is always going to be directed to me. And when you have your Jeunesse Global website, it'll be whatever your username is, .jeunesseglobal.com. And you copy that link, and then you go over to another little cool little site. I'll show you this really fast. I think this is showing up, please.
Yep, you're good.
Okay, here's called Bitly, and I use Bitly links for a lot of my marketing because, you know, here's an example of the length of one link. Okay, that's like about you know, 40 characters, right? And then here's what Bitly will do with that link. I paste it into here, and I hit shorten, and what you're going to find out is they've given me this nice little link now, right? And that's the size of my link now. So this link is always going to take me over here to this particular products page because that's the way that it works. But these are the things that I've got stored in my phone so that I can instantly send it in a text message. Like when I send this in a text message, it can be very short. You know, you can only use so many characters on Twitter and some of the other sites out there as well, social media sites besides Facebook, even LinkedIn. And you want to have short, nice little links which are concise. And Bitly is a very, very reputable website, by the way. And that way you can shorten the links and send them out very, very effectively and be very, very good at what it is that you're doing. So, you know, once again, these are just the. Go ahead, Kasai.
I'm sorry, I was just going to tell them too on Bitly. I love that, and I always recommend using it if you're doing stuff off of your Jeunesse Global website. It's also tracked, so it's a great way for you. I know one of the things that the distributors always say is, how do I know where my traffic is coming from, or how do I know how many people? Well, one, you can attach Google Analytics to your back office area, so you can track where your traffic is coming from. But another way to do that is to use a bit.ly. I think it's absolutely fantastic. So if I were to create a bit.ly, say for Pinterest, say I go and I pin some information about the serum to get people to click through to my free sample site, okay? I would use a bit.ly because then it would tell me how many clicks I was actually getting. So it keeps track for you, which is really, really powerful. One thing about marketing is you really want to know, you know, what's working and what's not. And certain things will work for certain people in certain places. And like you're saying, Adam, I think people need to understand that the generation young, I look at that as like broad scale marketing. Like I would send people to those pages, one, because I want to get their lead information. I want them to say, yes, I'm interested, and fill out that little lead capture so that it goes into the back office area and you can continue following up with that lead. But also if I have someone that says, look, you know, I really feel like I'm aging, I definitely am interested in the serum, can you tell me more about it? I'm going to send them the link to the cellular rejuvenation because they've got the PDF, they've got the Dr. Nathan Newman video, they've got the features and benefits on that page. So go and research what it is so that you know, like, okay, high level, I don't just want to send someone to a website because they don't need to know all that information. We want to send them to these amazing videos that we have that really explain products, opportunity, big picture. But if they want more information, I would absolutely recommend the Jeunesse Global webpage. And on a random side note, I just wanted to very quickly let you guys know, if you're on the call today, our CMO, our Chief Marketing Officer, Brandon Scott, was just in Chicago and received a National Business Award for Chief Marketing Officer of the Year. So Jeunesse actually beat out Sony PlayStation. I mean, with some amazing, amazing things happening in the company. I'm so, so proud to be a part of Jeunesse. I think our brand is absolutely world-class. I think Brandon has done a phenomenal job, so I'm breaking the news for you today, but you'll definitely see an e-blast and recognition coming out for that. But just so you guys know, I mean, that is a huge, huge award, and it just goes to show you how fantastic the videos are and how amazing the tools are. So I think we've pretty much covered, okay, we've got Jeunesse Global and we've got Jbuilder. So the next thing that I wanted to ask you, Adam, is kind of just your opinion on marketing the business. So I had someone that I had spoke with last week that said, look, I work in a hair salon and everybody in my hair salon is using this other skincare company, and that's all I hear all day, and I don't feel comfortable, you know, pitching the people that are coming to me to get their hair done or to get a service that I'm providing. It just makes me uncomfortable to try to talk to them about it all the time, and sometimes they roll their eyes when other people are talking about it, and it's like this whole culture in their workplace of this other company. And you know, I was trying to give her ideas on how she could market her business and do it in a really tactful manner. One, because I think it's so important that we support everyone in our industry. I think the direct sales industry is booming right now. I'm so proud of anyone that raises their hand and says, yes, I want to be an entrepreneur, and yes, I want to change my life. So I think we have this co-opetition, so we can all kind of cooperate and work together instead of bashing other companies. I really want you guys to consider always marketing your business with integrity, because at the end of the day, you wouldn't want someone doing that to you. But what do you suggest? I mean, I suggested, why don't you get their contact information, ask them if it's okay if you send them more information, and then maybe put them in her Jbuilder or send them to a landing page. Also, now we've got Jmobile that's got these incredible peak interest videos. So if they raise their hand and say, you know what, sure, you can send me more information, absolutely. She wouldn't have to do it in that setting, in a work environment or in that kind of area where she felt uncomfortable. How could she utilize the tools that we have to expose the business opportunity and build her business?
Well, you know, you said something about this owner of the salon or hairstylist. So here's the way: when people aren't confident about what they've got or how to talk about certain things, that's going to be its own issue by itself. But once people get over that, it's like some people like to drive Ferraris, some people like to drive Lamborghini. They both gas guzzling cars. Okay, I mean, I like Hummers, right? So, but the point is that you know you've got to know what it is that you're talking about, and you have to use the tools to kind of connect people up to make it work. When a person's sitting there in a hair salon, and somebody else might be promoting this product or that product, what have you, I think it would be an easy way, if the person's confident about what it is they're doing, to market through utilizing the samples. I think it's a great way. If somebody's already paying you for a particular service, and maybe you're in another salon or a spa, right? And now you've joined Jeunesse, and the owners know about it and what have you, there's a nice way for you to actually make that work. And I'm on vacation here in Hawaii, and of course I have them with me, right? I have my mini serums with me for cool stuff. Why? So I can either hand them out. It's a talking point. And by the way, sampling's like it's a non-invasive way of saying, hey, check out this killer product, and it's also a way that flows with one of the great laws of the universe. It's better to give than to receive, right? So now you've got something to talk about. And if you think about it, how many different shampoos are there at a salon? Like there's Paul Mitchell, there's Salon Select, there's a whole bunch of other stuff. And the salon owners always want you to try and, if you're the person cutting hair or being the beautician, you're told to promote those particular products anyway. So I think that's a confidence thing versus, listen, so many people talk about all these other products. I like to differentiate myself between those products. I'm like, yeah, you know what? Duh, all those other products are just so-so. Let me tell you about what makes mine or ours very, very special, the 200 plus growth factors, and the thing you have to know about the product. But the other cool thing is, your marketing has to be on point. What does that mean? Kelly Bangert said something along with Lucy West and Kathleen Begum a couple weeks ago when I was in San Francisco. And what most people don't realize, it took me 4 months to get Kelly into the business, okay? But listen, he became a diamond on my front line and, secured my business. So you have to, why was I willing to stick with it? Well, he said no. And then finally, after all the no's stacked up, but with each one of the no's, there was some special information that came along with that. And he finally had to take a look at the business, found out more about it, and then decided to join and go in the business full time. So I'm using that as an example. This happened to a lot of other people inside the sales organization, not just me, and not just my sales organization. But the reasons why this happened is because, well, I'm persistent and I'm confident, and I know that if a person isn't lending me their ear, in other words, they're not hearing what I'm saying, I have to use another way to get in front of them. The way I get in front of them is email, video, and back then we didn't have Jworld and Jsocial up and running. But the point is we did have some nice videos that I could share. Now we've got videos, as you said, that already have won awards and what have you. And, there is no competition. So if somebody else is trying to look at our particular business versus somebody else's, I'm telling you right now, our marketing material will win hands down. The difference is looking through, like, Vogue magazine versus People magazine. Okay. And what I mean by that is that our marketing is more Vogue, more high-end, more wow. And People magazine is just like, oh, it's just a buzzy thing, see if it gets whose attention. It only comes out every single week. Vogue comes out every single month, and it's a nice, complete marketing piece. And that's what we have when it comes down to our marketing tools. And this is why you should be using them. And you should be using all of them, not just one little sliver of them. You should be using every tool available to you and match up that message with what the end user's asking for. There's no, if you go into a coffee shop and you ask for an espresso and somebody gives you an iced tea, yes, it's a drink, but it wasn't what you were asking for. So let's make sure that we match up our marketing with what the end user is asking for. And that's why there's peak interest videos inside Jmobile, I think, are the best things to lead with. And then you can get the person more information.
Well, that's tremendous advice, and I agree with you. I also agree with being confident. People always say, well, how are you comfortable sharing your business? It does come from a confidence standpoint, but how do you get confident? You get confident by doing things over and over again. And one of the things that I like to do, I'll actually download the entire flip chart that we have from Jeunesse. So if you have a starter kit, then you got a flip chart that came in there, but it's also available in the J Cloud. So you can go into your back office, you can access it from your mobile phone, and we've got this entire flip chart, and on the back it's like a cheat sheet. So the front you see the PowerPoint, and on the back it actually has verbiage of what to say if you're presenting or if you're trying to give people more information. And it's just in reading that and studying that and really learning your craft that builds confidence so that you're able to talk to people about your opportunity. Also, you know, it never hurts to do a three-way call or get someone on the phone with someone else that maybe has more credibility in your business. So utilize your upline and utilize the resources that you have. Adam, the next question that I wanted to ask you, maybe you can help clarify for people. You're in Maui, you're holding your samples, which is awesome, but we also have the ability to digitally dispense, and we have the ability to pay for the shipping and handling. I know that's something that some people like to do, just say, look, don't even worry about going on. Like if you say, hey, here, go here and order a sample, but then they've got to pull out their credit card, so now there's user error because you don't know if they're actually going to go through with it. But, you know, it might cost us an extra $3, but what do you think about people sending samples on, you know, on their behalf? Like, hey, don't worry about it, I'm going to drop it in the mail to you.
All right, so, you know, a lot of people in network marketing look at like, hey, they just spent, you know, $50, $250, or $1,000 to start their business, right? And while for some that might be an incredible amount of money initially to get started, I want to broaden everybody's horizons for 1 second, okay? And that is, you can't go out and build a massive business if you're not going to invest more money into your business every single month, every single week. Let me give you an example. I just got the Starbucks coffee here from the Starbucks behind me, right? You know, it's $5, okay, or $4.50, and I'm at a premium hotel and what have you. But here's the thing. So what? I mean, now if I'm sitting down with somebody, let's say I've got this other person I got a meeting on Monday, and I said we'll take her out to dinner. Okay, I'm probably going to invest $50, $75 into that dinner, and you know, Jessica and AJ are going to go with me on that dinner, so that the person gets to see this is my lifestyle. Now, I plan on buying the person dinner. I'm not going to ask them to pay for dinner. Why? Because I want to be able to bend their ear. The same thing comes down to you doing the samples. You may not be able to get these in front of somebody right away. I carry my mini serums with me everywhere I go. I order them from my back office. I get them every single month because it's a way for you to get something in front of somebody right away and then get their information in return. And then you can do the marketing very, very well. Now, let's say I wanted to send somebody to somebody on the East Coast today, or around, you know, in the 4 countries that we're doing sampling, United States, Canada, New Zealand, and Australia. Okay, then here's what I do. I log into my back office. I go into the area where I can actually put their information inside my lead section, inside Jsocial. And I can show you all of this, but here's the thing. We have videos on it already. You have tutorials on it. If we're talking to the audience today, you've got to take this information, go look up the tutorial, and try it. And then you can actually send a sample out to the individual in Rhode Island, as an example, okay, or in another state or another country that we're doing this in, and then that way, what did it cost you to ship it? It's around, I think it's around, you know, $2.50 to $3 to ship out the samples, the 7-day sachet samples, and that's what you do. Now you've got a lead. Now you've got a way to follow up with the person. The person's going to receive their samples. Now, these are just tools, once again, that you must use in order to do it. Now, could I fly out to Rhode Island and buy the person a cup of coffee and do Starbucks? Yeah, I can probably do that too. But it's just so much easier for me to just say, hey, that's one of the tools I have in my sliver. It's one of the things I'm traveling with, right? It's just one of those things that I'm doing to make sure that I'm attracting people to my business and that I'm prepared. That's the other key point. People need to pay attention to this stuff. A lot of people will hear somebody say something and don't think that person's interested. And I'm telling you, you've got to pay attention to what people are doing because they'll give you buying signals and interest signals all the time, and maybe you just weren't aware of it.
Also, I think, you know, what you just said was so powerful because the first no doesn't always mean no. It might just mean no right now. And just like you always say with Kelly, and Kelly changed organization entirely. I mean, look at what he's done for your business. You now run a massively successful global business, and sometimes it's just that one person that changes everything. So I'm not saying, you know, be totally relentless and annoy people, but I am saying that, you know, your fortune is in your follow-up. I also wanted to point out when we're talking about using social media, we're talking about really networking with our friends. I think people need to understand that, like, friends and followers and your online presence and reputation and influence, that is earned. And I think people really need to understand that there is If it were easy, everyone would do it. And so I don't want you guys to get the wrong idea of like, oh, well, just do this, do this, do this. You have to be willing to put in the work. The same way if you want to lose weight or you want to be really fit, you have to be willing to put the time in the gym. You have to be willing to put the time in and invest in your business, even if it's just 15 minutes a day. 30 minutes a day. I mean, it's the small things that compound over time that lead to greatness, that lead to big things happening in your life and in your business. So it's really, really important that you do follow up with people effectively and then make sure that you're using a correct marketing strategy to invest the time in doing it.
Hey, Kasai, one of the other things I've done, which is probably different than some just having the J Drive that we have in our back office, right? And the J Cloud. I want to show people what I've done on my Dropbox. By the way, all of you can go get a Dropbox account for free. And I wanted to show everybody this because I think this is an important feature on what it is that I've done to, once again, to differentiate myself from some of the other information that's out there. Let me just make sure that this is pulling up here for folks. This one right here.
I recommend Dropbox big time. That is a tool I couldn't live without because I'm on the go so much. So to use my desktop, laptop, cell phone, I mean, Dropbox just syncs everything for me. So I think that's great advice to everyone out there. If you don't have a Dropbox account, you should definitely go and consider getting one.
Is that showing up, Kasaya?
Yep. Sure
okay.
is.
So what I did was inside my Jeunesse document folder, right? And I click on that one. That show up on the Hangout this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what I've done is I've gone in and I've actually taken down the company presentation, the PDF of the company, the PDF of the opportunity, the products, the flip chart, and also the game plan. This is what arrives inside your starter pack, right? When somebody gets the starter pack. Yep. So here's the cool thing. Now I've also got the audio for Generation Young in here. Here's the cool thing. When I scroll over to the other side over here, it says I can share this link. So let's say I want to say something to Kasai or anybody else about either the company, the opportunity, or the products, right? I can just simply do a one-click. When I do that, I don't know if that's showing up for you now, but that allows me to actually share that one particular piece. So I don't have to email it or do it through my J Drive because I don't have my J Drive on with me. By the way, I found out it's not waterproof. Not in the water. That's okay. But the cool thing is that these, once again, I've got things up here through Dropbox that all of you could be using and making things work. Why? Because it allows you to, hang on, unshare the screen. There we go. It allows you to be able to share stuff very, very quickly. And by the way, there's also a Dropbox app. And the same things I showed you there, people say, well, where are all these quick links? Where are all these quick links? Well, I got them set. I created it under the Dropbox. So I've got everything inside the J Drive. All the media, all the presentations are inside my Dropbox. And I can easily share that information with people very, very quickly. I can share it as a text message through my phone.
Yep.
Because I can copy the link from my Dropbox app and I quickly text it to the person. Or once again, I'm taking all the information the company has provided for all of us, and now we've got ways for people to come and visit it and get pointed information that's going to connect up with them, and that's what you're looking for. That's what allows you to do. When people say there's a fortune in the follow-up, that's what we're talking about. It's not just making a phone call to see how the person's doing. Hey, no, I'm checking to see if you, how are you doing, and did you get the information? Have you had a chance to go over it yet? What did you like about the video? These are all the things that are very, very important. And it's maybe going to take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times to get that person to really take a closer look. But one person can make a difference. Actually, I saw you put something out on Facebook the other day about talking about one person makes such a big difference. When you find leadership and they're going to go after this business and take it serious, ladies and gentlemen, whether it's a Jason Karamanis, a Kim Lee, a Teresa Gregory, a Samson Lee, or any of the other diamonds in the company, Kelly, Kathleen, so on and so forth, those people make the difference, right? And they're out there because they believe they can change either their lives and also others. And that's what this is about. You have the opportunity to share this information with people, and that's what you're looking for. You're looking for that 1, 2, 3 people that go out and take this business very, very seriously. And then some people will say you're super, super lucky, and I'm going to say you're more fortunate. And I think what you've done is where you created your own luck, meaning that you met the person, you gave them the right information, you shared with them the tools that we have, and you allowed them to make an incredible decision. And when people see what we have with social media, all the tools, there isn't a company that can compete with us, Kasaya, and I mean I know that, and it's such an incredible come from a place of strength to understand that nobody out there, I don't care what the company is, in the direct sales industry can compete with us in our social media field, and we dominate it. And therefore, you should start using these tools more frequently and become more, you know, aware with where they are, what they do, how they work.
Adam, thank you for clearing that up. I have 3 things that I want to cover because you prompted me with some great information. The first thing is Dropbox is incredibly amazing because you can share those links. So I think where there's confusion with people is in sending those files, like sometimes people are like, oh, I want to send a PDF, and they want to send it from their mobile device.
They're
But
huge.
those files are huge. They don't always transfer. So you need to be thinking, how can I send a link? And the link allows them to download it directly to their device. So you're not actually trying to send this huge file. You can send a link that goes to the file. Same thing with the videos.
Right.
Don't send people the actual video files. Send them a link to the file or send them a link to the page you want them to go to. And that will totally simplify the process for you. The next thing I wanted to cover, you saw Adam, his links were the opportunity, the business, the company. Those are in your starter kit or your J kit. And I actually did a tutorial video on this on the Jworld Live. If you go to the YouTube page, Jworld Live, there's a tutorial on how to download those. And the flip chart I was telling you earlier that you should go through and read and study to learn more about the business so you're educated when you talk about it and confident. Go and download that information so that you have it available to you. And like I said, there is a tutorial on it. Again, Adam, I love everything that you talk about, you know, looking at this opportunity as increasing someone's life, changing their current state from where they are and helping them get to where they want to be. Everybody wants more time with their family. Everybody wants to make a little bit extra money to live more comfortably. And I think if we approach our business that way when we're explaining the opportunity, we have to really own it. We have to own what we're doing and know that we're giving people the chance to increase their style of living and really pursue their best life. It's up to them. All you can do is expose them to it. It's up to them to make the choice. But I think approaching your business in a manner that's not like, oh, I don't want to bother my friends and family. It really comes down to a mindset of, look, we're in this industry to help people and to show them that they can own their own business for less than 50 bucks. To me, that's like, hello. I mean, it's never been easier to start a business and run a business than now. And so just keep that in mind when you're a little bit nervous about maybe sharing your link on Facebook or a little bit nervous about text messaging someone about the opportunity. I mean, you're really extending a lifeline.
You know, you're correct. You know, if you go and you talk about Facebook branding and you know why somebody wants to start a fan page, I'm like, oh my gosh. That's a lot of work. You think it's hard building followers for yourself. It's really hard building followers for a fan page if you haven't given it the attention and everything else it needs. And it's a 24-hour-a-day job. It's not something that can just be done with a couple of posts. You've got to be on it all the time.
Yeah.
But just think about this. Apple just released a way for bigger files to be shared, okay? And that's kind of like what Dropbox is. And the new Apple version just did this. So that's how cutting edge Jeunesse is. Just I want everybody to understand that we already know that people are going to be sharing information, sharing these PDFs and what have you. So do yourself a favor, okay? Go and set yourself up so that you can win. And then it comes down to the branding side. When you're trying to brand, by the way, I see Suzanne said she loves the samples. Everybody loves the samples. Use them. Okay, a lot of people don't even know that you can actually recruit with the samples, and you can turn it on in your back office. And I want to do a special hangout, Kasaya, that kind of explains that, because that's a whole nother level. Maybe we can do that in a week or two, or whatever. But the point is, it's very, very important people get this message. I know people, when I sign people up in the business, they're signing up underneath the Jworld package. It's a little different, but it's a simple little click inside your back office to get to those, and we'll cover that. But I want to cover this thing about Facebook pages, because a lot of people are I think, misled and thinking that, hey, I got to go start this huge, Facebook thing, and it's going to be, all about Jeunesse and younger skin. And then all of a sudden I see people not getting that many followers. I'm like, there's 50 or 100, and then it kind of stagnates. Well, that's because you've got to be able to drive traffic to that particular site, okay? And there's a couple ways for you to drive traffic. You can buy likes on Facebook, or you can buy more interest and what have you, which is advertising. And that's fine. You can do that too. But here's what you're looking for. You're looking to actually generate a real person. Unless you want to get a naughty badge, which we can send out to you in the mail, like, hey, now you got your naughty badge. It's really you're looking for people that are interested in your business. And this is a lifestyle business, and the people that we're after really are, you're thinking you want to sell products, you're thinking you want to sell the opportunity. But really what your product is, ladies and gentlemen, is other people. And what I mean by that is that the people that you're connected to right now on Facebook, right now on Twitter or LinkedIn, that is your commodity. That is your what you've got to farm, and that's how you're going to create a great harvest here inside Jeunesse, is connecting with people. So what I want you to do is not have a fan page, okay? Have your page, which is whatever you call yourself on Facebook, and focus on what people are liking on your particular Facebook page. Here's what I love to do. I love to share the lifestyle events, going to nice restaurants, doing fun activities, hanging out, fun stuff. And what happens is a lot of people tend to comment and post on that. And then what I look and see is, are they in my business? And if they're not in my business, let's say somebody commented on something, and I can show you this inside Facebook, but I've always got these messages going on back and forth, because I now find out a person that's comment on something and they're in Australia. I'm like, awesome, because why? We can do business in Australia. I find out somebody comments something and they're in Europe. Oh, great, I can do business in Europe. And these are the things that I look for in a sort of private message with them. In other words, private conversation. Say, hey, listen, thanks for commenting on my link. I see you're in, Vancouver, or I see you're in, whatever the country or the state is. And I've started a conversation. I didn't pitch them on the business. All I'm doing is like saying hello. It's like being at a social potluck. If you had a social potluck gathering at your home and you invited people down, if you got a pushy salesperson that came on in, you'd know right away, because the person would be like, oh, trying to sell your car. That's not what this is about. This is about connecting with people, and that's what you're trying to build inside your Facebook and some of the other social media following. Is those personal relationships are very, very key for you to build your business, because you'll hear me say this and everybody else, this is a people business, and you've got to connect with people. If I'm just shoving product out there all the time, or an opportunity out there all the time, some people are going to find that a little standoffish. So you've got to have a mix inside your social media of all the messaging that you're doing. Yes, I had nailed it on the head. People want to spend more time with family, want to spend more time with friends, want to go to nice places, so on and so forth. Great. So use those things to your benefit when you're posting inside social media, and then start a personal relationship, a personal friendship, a message saying, thanks for liking this, I see you're in such and such a state. Make friends with people online.
Adam, I love, on my Facebook, I get messages all the time, and some people will just message me randomly and be like, your posts are so inspiring, I love following you. Let me know if you ever write a book, because I really enjoy reading your posts. And then every now and again, like, I just pulled this up, I got this the other day, and it made me laugh. It said, hey, Keziah, I saw you on so-and-so's page. Have you heard about this new revolutionary supplement company, XYZ? We're going to do what GNC and Netflix did to Blockbuster and make them obsolete. Me and my wife would love for you to join our team, Dave. And I'm over here like, I don't even know you, dude. Like, he didn't look at my profile. He didn't see that, I'm a digital media specialist for Jeunesse Global. And to me, it felt so abrupt, and just, I wanted to write him back and be like, bro, I don't know what's going on here. This is ridiculous, okay?
Exactly.
But I'm telling you, don't be that person. Be the person that's like, hey, I just want you to know I hope you're having a great week, or, oh, I love to see the post of you and your family on vacation. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. That's how you build relationships. You don't bombard people. I mean, you're not going to walk up to somebody at the mall and be like, hey, you look really interesting. Would you, do you take care of your skin? Because I've got this great skincare product. We'd love to have you in our business.
Exactly.
You can sign up on my mobile app. I have an app right here for our business. You can sign up on it. I mean, it's like you're just ambushing people. Please, like, don't do this. This is not the build relationship.
The recruiting of somebody into your business is, because it's a personal business, it's kind of secondary, right? Like, okay, so you want to build a relationship with the people first. Listen, you don't want everybody in your. Some people make the mistake of wanting everybody in their business. Let me tell you, you want to work with people that you know, that you like, you got similar interests. Those are the fun people to do stuff with. Like, would you take a crazy person from Bellevue, right, on a vacation with you? Probably not. Okay, so the point is that you, and listen, no disrespect to maybe our audience who's maybe got some crazy people in the family. I've got a few, what can I tell you? But my point is that you'll go and do things with people who have similar interests, similar likes, and you're going to get along with. Like attracts like. But like you said, you don't bump into somebody in the mall and all of a sudden smother them in with serum. You don't want to be that kind of a person. You want to make the recruiting secondary. And the secondary piece is you've got this incredible opportunity with incredible products. The first level is making friends. You know, yeah. being the kid in the sandbox who's willing to let the other kids play with your other toys so that all of you can play together. Now you've built that common ground, and now you can take it to the next level, talk about this incredible program, business opportunity, or awesome products.
And that's what makes it social. That's what makes social media marketing work, is that there's actually a two-way component. It's not a one-way marketing effort like a billboard or a commercial. I mean, social media essentially is all about the engagement, which is why I said earlier, your friends, your fans, your followers, they are earned. They are not given, and it takes time to establish that kind of rapport with your following, and it also takes consistency. People want to know that you're in it to win it. So, you know, that's why the Jbuilder auto posts are really, really powerful. Also, if you haven't set up your auto posts inside of Jbuilder, I highly suggest that you do it. Adam, there's a couple questions coming in. Wow, this was such an amazing hangout today. I feel like everybody watching, I hope you guys really just took some great nuggets from this hangout. Lots of good information today. There were two questions that I saw that I want to address so that everybody knows. Right now, we are working on launching Jbuilder in Spanish, Thai, and Chinese traditional and simplified. So I'm working with our corporate team on finalizing the pages, making sure the translations are correct, getting everything in order so that we can begin to roll this out into other markets. So I saw someone ask, is it English only? To answer your question, Spanish is another market that we're trying to tap into. It looks like there's still a little bit of translations that are going to take place there, but I will keep you guys updated on time frames of when that will launch. What I can tell you is right now inside of Jbuilder, you have the option to put people on autoresponders in other languages. So maybe your first language is English, but your second language is Spanish. You have the option in the drop-down to be able to send drip autoresponders in your prospect's language. So we are doing our best to help serve the marketplace. I mean, it's amazing. Over 100 countries, a lot of our stuff gets translated in 22 plus languages. So you can imagine that things definitely take time, but obviously we want to serve you guys and make sure that all of your stuff is really well-rounded from a global marketing perspective. And Adam, are you still there? I don't see your face. I just see your little screen, so I hope you didn't drop off. But that pretty much wraps up today's hangout. So I appreciate all of our viewers joining us today. Thank you so much. I think we lost Adam, but I will go ahead and thank him for his incredible expertise and great information. If you guys have additional questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Oh, there's Adam. So I'll wait to say goodbye until he comes back on. Here he comes. But yeah, you guys can leave questions at any time under the bottom. Adam, I was going to say goodbye without you, so this is your chance.
No, I'm thinking about, actually, I guess a friend on the Hangout's like, oh, you're growing a beard. I'm like, hey, I'm on vacation, man. Okay, listen, you know, I'm out here in Hawaii having a great time with the family, but it's always great. This isn't hard work. That's the other thing I want people to realize about our business. So I know we're saying the first thing, but this isn't hard work. You've got to connect people up with what they are looking for. And we have the answers inside the Jworld suite of tools. Yep. Use them and go for it. So anyway, aloha, mahalo, bye-bye.
Hey, I'll tell you one last thing before you go, because we were talking about Richard Branson earlier. I read his post.
Yes.
It's so inspiring to me. It said, I don't look as play or work as work. I look at it all as living. And awesome. For me, that was just like what I needed for the day. So I hope you guys all take that. Thank you so much for watching our Hangouts. We love serving you. Please leave your questions and comments below. And I hope everyone joins us again next Saturday on our live Google Hangout. And I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. And Adam, enjoy the rest of your vacation. Take care.
Bye-bye. Ciao.